Hello, I'm John Williamson from United Utilities. My job title is Principal Engineer Electrical, and I work on control systems for water and wastewater treatment works. Just like to introduce United Utilities as a company. They deal with all the water and wastewater treatment in the northwest of England, and they serve 7 million customers. They also have some operating contracts overseas. They operate other owners' electricity and gas networks, and we have something like 700 wastewater treatment works and over 100 reservoirs on the clean water side. I work in the engineering department at United Utilities, and the engineering department main function is to deliver the capital investment programme, and we have a larger programme. It's £3.6 billion for the next 5 years. So that's largely being spent on improvements and maintaining the status quo on lots of treatment works and some of the infrastructure. Infrastructure is the word we use for buried pipes and sewers. In particular, I ensure that the control systems meet the requirements of the user, so that they're easy to operate, that they're safe, they shut down when they need to automatically, and the whole thing is very secure and fit for purpose. This work involves me in writing specifications, going out doing studies, surveys, employing specialists sometimes, and also we gain a lot of knowledge, so we have to be careful about how we share the knowledge and manage it and maintain it, keep it up to date. We work with quite important quality procedures, which is the norm in a lot of companies. That includes document management. When United Utilities is recruiting a graduate, we look for something like probably the most important thing is written communication. That's when the first contact I have with applicants is their written forms. So I'm looking for clear and concise written communication. I want to see that the achievements are listed and the interests, as well as the sort of coursework and study and some of the experience if they have experience. And subsequent to the written application, we do a short list for those who are going to be interviewed. So the next selection process would look at perhaps presentation skills. So that would be, as well as obviously the material they prepare to present, the verbal communication skills to do with that. And the presenters, we're looking for presenters who will be engaging and again must be clear, not too much material up on the screen. The last thing we really want to see is a wall of words, but ideally you want just a very few words and some pictures and diagrams that explain your point. And for those who are looking for tips as presenters, I would say it's a bit like being in the school play. You've got to learn your lines to the point where you know the subject without looking at your notes, and then you can concentrate on the delivery. For any applicants wanting to gain the edge over their other fellow applicants, I would advise that some work placement in industry is very desirable, and also the ability to offer some original ideas that they've got of their own. We'll certainly be testing them to see are they able to work and cooperate with others, and colleagues in the team is very important. They, as well as contributing ideas, they must be able to build on others' ideas and shape them and develop them. So they're also their own particular talents are going to be important. Everybody is different, and it's really the coming together of all sorts of different talents that makes the team what it is. No one's going to be wonderful at everything, and don't try and be wonderful at everything. Just play to your strengths. For graduates who are going to go to an interview, I would give the following tips. Have they set themselves a clear set of goals that they're after when they're looking for their employment? That's not just goals for for the employment opportunity, but maybe some personal goals as well, because we're looking at you as people, not just as employees. Also, are you embarking on a professional development path? Are you sure you know what you want to do and how you want to get there? In engineering, there's obviously the chartered engineer and the incorporated engineer professional development route, so it's a good idea to know about that and what are the steps. Does the employer offer that, and how will he offer that, and how will he support you? Have you also worked on anything outside your normal curriculum, which shows that you're sort of more interested in society and not just doing the job? And if so, bring that out in the interview. And finally, have you researched what the employer does and how he does it? And you very easily be able to turn up information with a Google search and just make a list of some facts and figures about the company. I would advise that the world of work is going to be the ideal way of a student preparing himself for the work and for getting interviewed and being shortlisted. Regarding the World of Work certificate, I think this would offer any employer an important means of discriminating between an applicant who's got the certificate compared with another who's just got the ordinary degree certificate, because what that shows is that the candidate has sort of benchmarked himself or herself against some fundamental employment type competencies and is aware of strengths and weaknesses, and has made some effort to do something about developing themselves and making themselves more marketable as an employable person.